Hey friends, how you doing? This is Steve Motley speaking to you from Boise, Idaho. It is Thursday evening, the 23rd day of April in the year of our Lord 2020. And I wanted to make a short video for all of you new folks out there that have recently decided to come on board and join the Motley Crew HempWorx team. And this past Tuesday, being 4/20, our company HempWorx decided to run a special deal where people could buy one product and get one free. It turned out to be a fabulous special. We sold over $5 million in that one day, and we also saw a rash of new affiliates come on board. So if you were one of those, I want to extend a warm handshake of thanks and welcome aboard. And I thought what I would do is make a video and kind of give you my perspective or tell you in my own words what I would do if I were you to get started on the right foot. Now, I don't know exactly who you are, where you are in the world. I know we had quite a few new affiliates come in from New Zealand. I don't know what's going on in New Zealand, but I know two of the new affiliates that joined the team. I'm going to put my shades on here because these lights are so bright. But anyway, yeah, something's going on over there in New Zealand. But congratulations to everybody, wherever you are, who decided to come on board. I think it was one of the wisest decisions you've ever made. Now, if you're somebody that really wants to make some money with this, well, wait a minute. Before I get started, let me say something to all of the folks who signed up as customers. Maybe you thought in your mind you don't want to have anything to do with building a business, but you just want to be a customer, and that's fantastic. If that's what you want to do, we welcome you. But I've talked to a lot of my customers, and I've told them, and I've watched them change their mind. I'd say, listen, you can upgrade to affiliate. Normally it's $20, a one-time $20 fee, and you can be an affiliate. But right now, through the end of April, any preferred customer who wants to upgrade can do so for free. And then what becoming an affiliate does, it allows you the opportunity to make money if you're ever so inclined. And it's very simple. You know, I try to make this process and explaining this business and how to do it as simple as I can. You know, I believe in the KISS principle. Keep it simple, Steve. And I feel like if I can understand it, then everybody out there should be able to. So what I intend to do in this short video today is just take you through a few steps. You might want to grab a pad of paper and a pen and jot down some notes, because I'm just going to give you a few highlights that I think if you will follow, I call it a paint by numbers system. That's just my own terminology. You can call it what you want, but if you do these certain steps that I'm going to outline for you, if you're brand new, you just came on board in the last couple days, or maybe you've been here a couple months, I'm going to try to get this video right here in the hands of all of my affiliates, or the ones that I directly sponsor. So most likely, if you're receiving this, I am your direct sponsor in HempWorx, and that's a good thing, I promise you. And you'll see that over time. But let me just get back to the basics, and let's get started with a few key points. The number one thing you want to do now that you're an affiliate is make sure you can log in your back office. Josh and Jenna Schweigel, the owners and founders of this company, spent a lot of money and put a lot of time and effort into creating what I think is one of the very best, top-notch back offices I've ever seen. Just keep in mind as you're thinking about what you're doing relative to HempWorx, think about the fact that they, the company based in Las Vegas, do almost everything that needs to be done for us. You know, they make sure the product is on hand. They ship the product out in a timely manner. They make sure that the compensation plan is working properly. They make sure we get paid every Thursday. Every Thursday is payday at HempWorx. I've been paid every single week ever since I joined this company in January 2019. And you can do the same thing depending on your understanding of how the program works, your belief level relative to it. See, your mind is about 90% of the situation here. 90% of the battles are won in the mind before anybody ever steps on a battlefield. And it's no different with sales or marketing or anything. First thing you got to do is get your belief structure to the point where you absolutely know this is going to work for you. Because if it works for Steve Motley, and if it's worked for countless thousands of other people, chances are it will work for you if you follow a few of the simple things that we all do. But now let me tell you, another thing that may haunt you is your past. You need to start anew with this program. This is nothing like anything you've ever been involved with or seen before. Keep the words in mind. The past does not equal the future. I don't care how many times you may have tried and failed. None of that matters. That's water under the bridge. This is a whole new ball game. And I'm telling you, I've had amazing success myself over the last 3 years. And I kind of, in some ways, I did some of it my own way. And I'm going to share that with you in this video because I'm not saying that my way is the only way. I'm going to share with you on this video what worked for me and what I would highly suggest you do if you want to succeed. Because like I said, I've had more success my first year in HempWorx than I ever dreamed of having. And I think every one of you has the same. There's no saturation. We're in the pioneer stages of this, and that's why you've got first movers advantage. I'm going to talk a little bit more about timing in just a minute. But the first thing I want you to know is I was using this globe the other day as a prop in one of the other videos I was doing on my other channel. And I was telling folks, I said, the beauty of HempWorx is that it's global. Just look at this globe. We've opened up in Africa, several places in Africa, and we're opening in Europe and eventually all over the world. And that's a great thing when you know that you can be part of an international company. So I always tell my friends with HempWorx, work local, work with the people around you in your circle of influence that you know. And then as time goes on, it's going to spread all over the world. I told you just in this last few days, I've had 2 people join from New Zealand. Way over here down under. There's Australia and there's New Zealand. Not too far from the Arctic Circle, Antarctica. That's Antarctica. Antarctica and the Arctic Circle. But anyway, friends, listen, it is a global business and I love it. Every time I look in my contact manager and I see a new person that's joined from somewhere in the world, it does my heart good. Now, what I do every time I have a new person join, now these are affiliates. I don't know that I do this for the preferred customers. Maybe I should. But I don't think I can tell when a preferred customer joins the same way. When an affiliate joins your program, you'll get an email that says, congratulations, so-and-so just joined as an affiliate. And then what I do, I get their email address, and I'll send a welcome letter that I made up that introduces you to people in the upline and different things like that. And I tell you a little bit more about how to get started right and so forth, okay? But the main thing you need to do is when you first get in as an affiliate, log in your back office and make sure you get all your information properly installed in your settings. there'll be a little settings section. You click on it, and it's going to ask for your where do you want your money to go? How do you want to get paid? And let me tell you, these guys pay like clockwork. They don't miss. I mean, if they miss something, it's because a computer went down or whatever. But I've been paid right on time every Thursday like clockwork. So make sure you get your bank account information entered properly in your back office. Make sure your mailing address is proper. Everything, all your personal information, make sure it's up to date. Okay, and then the second thing you're going to want to do is set up your preferred customer program. I mean, not preferred customer, auto ship program. The auto ship is where if you want to make sure you never lose volume and you want to make sure everything is always tracking, you need to purchase at least one product per month. And you need to set that up on what we call auto ship. And that just makes sure that each and every month on a designated time of your choosing, you will receive 1, 2, 3, 4 different products every month, and that will qualify you to make money. Now, let me just cut to the chase and say, if I'm talking to somebody here that wants to make the big money, and you want to maximize the compensation plan, what you as an affiliate will want to do is make it to executive status as soon as possible. Now, once you achieve executive, you don't have to do it. You have to maintain certain volumes to be an executive, but you don't have to re-earn that position unless you're out of commission for quite a while, and we don't need to talk about that. So what needs to happen is to become an executive, you can do it several ways. You log in your back office, go to your product page and look for the executive package. There you pick and choose different products, a total of 12 products that make up the executive pack, and then you purchase it. That makes you an executive. Okay, there's a cheaper way to do it, and you can buy 2 director packs. Okay, write all this down now. 1 executive pack or 2 director packs. They are $199 each. And there are 4 products of your choosing in each director pack. Now, basically, for the $199, you buy 3 and get the 4th product free. Okay? Now, as an executive myself and somebody that's working up the levels, to get to the top of this program, I buy one director pack each and every month, and I put that on auto ship. So every month, automatically, the company sends me 4 products, which makes up a director pack, $199. But, and people say, well, that's a lot of money. Well, let me ask you this. Would you pay $199 a month to make $10,000 a month? Yeah, all day long. Well, what I do, I set my team members up for success. I can tell you the easy way to get started and do it, but you won't maximize the compensation plan, and you'll leave a lot of money on the table. So I tell people, get in where you can fit in. Find a place that's comfortable for you. I and nobody else would want you to break the bank to get started in HempWorx. However, to get started right, you want to come in as an affiliate and you want to upgrade to executive as quickly as possible. Now, a lot of you come in as an executive. You decide to become an executive right from Jump Street. And remember, you can do that 1 or 2 ways. Executive pack or 2 director packs. So let's move on. So once you decide which way to become an executive, you set up your auto ship. Again, I chose to do 1 director pack, 4 products per month. I even set mine up for the first day of the month. Now, I know many of you are wondering, can I change my auto ship? Yes. You can change it from month to month. I tell people try to change it at least 48 hours before your auto ship is scheduled to kick in to make sure. Don't wait to the last minute and try to switch it. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe you could. I don't know. I just don't like taking those kinds of chances. That's why I like getting my auto ship out of the way on the first day of the month, and immediately I start qualifying for all the income and the bonuses and stuff that await me in the upcoming month. I'll tell you, friends, this is a lot of fun. And when you start to make money and things really start to roll and you start seeing all these new people drop below you, see, every one of you watching this video that are on my direct team, you're going to see people, if whether you're brand new or not, over the next few days, you're going to start seeing people fall below you in your matrix, in your compensation plan structure, which you can see and you have access to in your back office. Every month you can see the volumes, you know, when and it's real time. So if somebody goes in tonight, somebody in my group, somebody either on my left side or my right side, if they go in tonight and buy product, I'm going to get an email and I'm going to see that volume be added to the ongoing volumes for the month. And this month of April is a record-setting month for the entire company and for me personally. My group is growing faster right now than it ever has. So the word to the wise is that's why you want to keep bringing in a lot of people right now yourself, because we've all got the momentum going. So I was telling the story the other day. There are people below me that have over $100,000 in volume sitting on that one particular side. And they say, well, I'm not making any money on it. No, not yet, because I look at that as a bank account. And every one of you watching this are going to have one of those if you were directly sponsored by me. If you were sponsored by somebody else, it may be a little bit different, but it's still going to be a very advantageous spot to be in. Now, getting back to this auto ship, our company owners are just committed to constant and never-ending improvement, constantly making things better, putting more money in our pockets. It's just a great company, and we've got a great leadership team. These guys really know what they're doing. So if those of you that are new have a lot of questions about, well, who's leading this company and do these guys really know what they're doing? The answer is an unequivocal absolutely yes. They know what they're doing. So recently they came up with a new program called the Auto Ship program. So every month that you're on Auto Ship, for whether it's one bottle or 4 products like myself, you're going to accrue points. And you need to use those points before the end of the year. So between now and the end of December, if you're on auto ship, every month, starting in the month of April or May, because that'll be your first month on auto ship, you will receive points. And you can exchange those points for products. There's no cash exchange, to my knowledge, but when you see some of the fabulous products we've got, like, here's a new one. This is the, I broke my box over here. But this is the new Mantra essential oils line, you know. I love these things. And I think you will, everybody that's used them say they really like them. But that's just one thing. That's one new product. Another thing, we have an incredible skincare product called Renew. Now, this is the old container, but just to show you the kind of people that our owners are, recently they decided to double the amount of this product. They decided to double. This is hemp-infused skincare, incredible. But they doubled the amount and didn't raise the price 1 cent. That's what I'm talking. That's honesty, integrity. That's good people. But the CBD oil is our flagship product. This is the biggest seller. And we have the 500, we have the 1500. And I think the CBD oil will always be our mainstay, but we're coming out with so many more unique and wonderful products. Bath bombs, hemp infused bath bombs, and just on and on. So we're committed to long-term growth, and this company's on a fast track. I can tell you that, friends. So your timing, which is another important thing I wanted to tell you about, it's impeccable. Every one of you have that old proverbial first mover's advantage. You have positioned yourself in one of the next big thing that to come along before the masses. The old saying about you never get a second chance to be in the right first place. Well, this time you get to be first. And you're with an incredible winning team. I'm not a slouch, okay? I believe that teamwork makes the dream work, but I also believe in leading by example. Now, anybody that knows me, I don't just talk the talk, but I walk the walk. My first 2 months in this business, I was the number one recruiter in the whole world, okay? Brought in 260 people my first month in HempWorx, okay? Did the same thing my second month. Won a free trip to the convention last year, all expenses paid kind of deal. That was my incentive. I figured, hey, somebody's got to win it. Might as well be me. But I've let up a little bit. But then in October, I came back again real strong. Just missed being first again in the world by just a few people. Got beat out by a lady in California. But it is what it is. But I tell you that not to impress you, but to explain to you that you're on a great team, and I'm not going to let you down. And when I say that, if you are sponsored by me directly, you're going to see about half of your business built for you by me and other team leaders that are above you in this program. But there's all kinds of things that set us apart from all the other companies out there. Number one is our compensation plan. You just will not find a more lucrative comp plan out there. This thing has, what it did for me, thinking about coronavirus. I was already in this company over a year, well over a year, when Coronas came along. But this HempWorx had become my plan B, if you will. I'm a retired military guy. I got my little retirement, my pension. I got a few, annuities here and there, a few little investments. But I didn't have another steady income until I joined HempWorx. And it's become my plan B. It's my backup plan. But actually, it's now my front end plan because I make a lot more money from HempWorx than I do with my military pension. I think that goes without saying. I hope you would understand that. But, when the corona came along, I didn't worry because I had already built this huge organization of all you wonderful, fine people out there. Listen, I don't take any credit for anything. You'll never see Steve Motley standing on a soapbox, jumping up and down, beating his chest, bragging about what I've done. No. I could not have ever done what I've done without you. You, the team members, are the reason I'm where I am and doing what I'm doing. But I want you to realize that I should be an example to all of you that every one of you can do what I'm doing. Every one of you, a few months from now, by the time convention, we're going to have our annual convention in Las Vegas starting the 20th of August, okay? And by the time convention rolls around, every one of you could be a 5, 10, 20K, affiliate, and you could be making enough money to, get to a point where you don't have to worry so much that you're going to run out of money at the end of the month. This is all about residual walk-away income, friends. This is about creating something that's going to go on with or without your direct efforts. Yeah, if you want to do like me, you can work your ass off, the first couple months. You don't have to. You can take a more logical, steady approach. I didn't sleep a lot my first couple months in this business, but I had in my mind a game plan, and I have lived my game plan. You plan it out, and then you work your plan. If you work your plan in a program like HempWorx, you can write your own ticket. See, there's no ceiling on your income potential. We don't make claims. We don't say how much money you will make. I can't tell you that you can do exactly, you could do exactly what I've done, but will you? I don't know. Are you as motivated as I was? Are you as motivated now as I am now? Because I'm going to tell you something. This 420, this past Tuesday, I saw a bunch of incredible things happen. I saw over 20 new people decide to become affiliates. And there was a few customers. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, I want to say this to the customers. You customers out there, you can upgrade to affiliate at any time, and you can maintain your position. See, everybody that joins HempWorx as an affiliate and as a customer, you get what's called a date timestamp. And that's very, very important to you, and it can mean hundreds, thousands of dollars to you down the road. Because there's everybody that comes in on that same leg after you is in your downline. They become part of your team. And that's why I keep telling everybody on these videos, hey, if you sign up with me, half of your team is going to be built by me. I know that because I'm a big recruiter. And when I recruit a new person, they've got to go one of two places. They go on my left side or they go on my right side. Well, guess what? Every one of you who are sponsored directly by me, you're in my left side or my right side, okay? And every one of you are all automatically, you've got an international business. So you can tell your friends that you've got an international business. You've got people in your downline. Well, you may not right off the bat, but there are people in my group from all over the world. And there will be in yours as well, by virtue of the fact that I'm an international recruiter. And I want every one of you to become an international recruiter. So if you've got friends in Korea, Japan, or Germany, or France, you contact them and get them signed up in My Daily Choice. See, everyone, if you're in HempWorx, you're also in My Daily Choice. That's our parent company. And it's an incredible situation we've got here, friends. This thing is just like a fine wine. It's going to keep getting better and better with age. The more and more you learn about HempWorx and My Daily Choice, the more excited you're going to become that you should know by now you did the right thing. There's absolutely zero buyer's remorse involved in this deal. Okay? Now, one of the things I would encourage you to do is early on go to Vistaprint and get you some postcard size cards made up. Now, if you don't know where to find the logos, they're all over the internet, but go to my Pinterest site. Go to pinterest.com/Steve Motley and find my Pinterest board that talks about HempWorx, and there's a whole bunch of graphics like this that you can download and put over on Vistaprint and make you up some cards. Now, I've gotten a lot more simple nowadays than a year ago, but here's one of my latest cards. Now, I use what's called domain name redirects. This is a domain name. And I got another one called stevemotley.com. But when you go there, I redirect the people to another site. So I like this catchy name, endlesspaychecks.com, because that's what you're doing. When you're in the HempWorx business, you're making endless paychecks. You're making money 24/7, and you get paid every week. And then every month you get that big check. So you get paid weekly and monthly depending on what you decide to do and how hard you want to work the program. When I tell you I've been paid each and every week, including today, today's Thursday, then I tell you I mean it. But anyway, check out domain names. You can do it or not, doesn't matter. It just makes it easier. If I hand this card to somebody and they say endlesspaychecks.com, what is that? I said, well, check it out. Well, you check it out. It's going to take you right to my HempWorx website or my online marketing system. That's what it is. Now, on this particular card, on the back, all I've got is the HempWorx earning potential. The 8 ways to make money, the 8 ways to get paid. And it lists all the different ways. Join our team. Ask how. Okay, you could do something like this. Now, I want to show you just a couple of the other cards. Okay, here's one. I'll put these up close so you can see them there. All right. Okay, here's one right here. What if I told you that for $20 you can own your own CBD business? But the fact is, if you've got cards like this on your person at all times, I call it being armed and dangerous. You know, you wouldn't go into battle without any weapons or ammunition, right? Okay, well, same thing with this. If you go out into the public, if you're a HempWorx rep and you want to build up your business, you got to have some cards. Okay, everybody loves animals. Got to get me some of them HempWorx CBD treats. That's right. All right, here's another one. The world's purest CBD oil. Okay? I like this one. I like them all. A product everyone needs, an opportunity that everyone wants. Now, on the back of these postcard-sized cards, I put the following message. Now, I'm going to put it up real close so you can stop the video and read what I've written. You're welcome to use any of this. You know, change your name, change your verbiage on here however you want to. But I've had a really good response from this particular, I just threw it together. But anyway, make up your cards. I would get them shipped. If you're serious about this business and you're ready to get out and about as soon as the curfews and the quarantines are lifted, I would get to Vistaprint before the sun goes down tonight and order me some of these cards. And again, go to Pinterest.com /Steve Motley. Find my HempWorx bulletin board and get all the graphics you want. Okay? Now, let me change gears and tell you about our marketing system. We've got 2 geniuses that created this company, Josh and Jenna Schweigel. Josh is an internet marketing guru, and he decided to make a marketing system so that every new affiliate that comes on board with this company has access to this system. Now, you remember that card the first card I showed you, this one, endlesspaychecks.com. Okay, this is my marketing system. Now, you want to go there and check it out because every one of you are going to have a marketing system just like this. I mean, no, you don't need to check mine out. Go in your back office, log in to your back office and look for the thing that says websites and click on my websites or whatever, and you'll see all the different links that you have that are personalized to you, that you can use in your marketing efforts. All right, so let's say you're motivated, you're going to go on Vistaprint tonight and order your cards. Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to GoDaddy.com, GoDaddy.com, and you're going to buy your first domain name. Now, if you've already bought domain names, I'm preaching to the choir. But if you're brand new, you don't know what the hell you're doing, go to GoDaddy and find you a domain name. It's not rocket science. You know, remember, my name is Steve Motley. So if you go to stevemotley.com, you will notice that that is going to take you to a website. Most likely, it's going to be my HempWorx site. Okay? But if your name is Bob Jones and you can get that domain name, you may want to redirect it to your Bob Jones HempWorx site so that people can find you. This makes it easier for you to market. My job as your upline leader is to help you streamline your marketing efforts and become more and more successful at that. You understand? So that's, again, domain names, you can sign up. They're probably about $10. I got a special account because I've been with them so long, so I don't pay as much as everybody else. But domain names can be a great thing for you to use in your marketing. I use them all the time, okay? All right, the next thing is this marketing system. So in the very beginning, if you want to get started really strong and fast, and you'd like to get, if you say, Steve, I want to get paid next Thursday. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to get paid next Thursday. You get online and you start sending out emails. You do text messages. You dial phone numbers. You get on that phone. You start talking to people you haven't talked to in years. And you let them know. You say, hey, Julie, this is Steve. Long time no talk to. Hey, Steve, what's up? Hey, listen, man. I have stumbled into a freaking gold mine. It's called HempWorx. You ever heard of it? No, I don't think I have. Well, listen, go to endlesspaychecks.com. Grab a pen and paper. I want to make sure you got this written down right. Endlesspaychecks.com. Check it out. Follow the simple instructions. I really hope you'll come join the team. I'd love to have you, go to the top in this thing with me. All right, man, I'll check it out. Hey, I'll get back with you in a few days. Okay, see you later. Okay, bye. That's it. That's your pitch. Now, you can sit there and talk on the phone. Less is more. Write that down. Less is more. The less you tell people, the better off you're going to be. Keep it simple, Steve. Endless paycheck. Now, the beauty of this is because Josh Schweigel has created this amazing marketing system, once a person goes there, that's it. You don't do nothing. You step away and you just pray that they see the light. But all it's going to do, the system's going to ask them for their name, email address, and phone number. I'd say about 75% of the people that take, this is called taking the tour, taking the online tour. With me, about 75% of the people give me their phone number as well. About 25% don't. I don't care. But I'm setting up programs now where I'm going to contact, if you're sponsored by me, you may very well get a text message in the near future that says, hey, this is Steve. And then you can bookmark the number, and I'll say, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I wanted to share this video link with you about such and such. Maybe I'm going to reach out and tell everybody about the new auto ship program. That starting this month, everybody's going to receive points for being on auto ship, and that you'll be able to exchange those points for products. Listen, friends, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not blowing smoke, okay? You're going to learn to love this company. When I retired from the Marine Corps, I decided I never wanted to work for anybody again. And so I got into internet marketing. And then along comes Mark Yarnell, one of the greatest networkers of all time. He was a master distributor in a company based out of Melbourne, Florida at the time called Legacy for Life. Mark was the master distributor. I was sponsored directly by him, and we started working that. And I started using my internet marketing skills with that network marketing company. And at one time, I was the top internet marketing affiliate in that entire company. So much, in fact, that they asked me to speak at one of the annual conventions and explain to like 5,000 people how it was that I got to be the top internet marketer in that particular company. Now, again, I'm not telling you that in any way, shape, or form to be braggadocious. I'm just telling you that when I set out to do things, I don't settle for secondary. You know what I mean? There's no sense in that. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it the best of your ability. So you can rest assured, if you're on my team, I'm going to do the best I can to help you succeed. And I have found after hours and hours of, thought and reflection and research that the best thing that I can do at this stage to help my team is to continue to make videos like this particular YouTube video. I mean, if you're brand new to the business and if you really want to succeed in a big way, I've just let the cat out of the bag for you. I've given you some hardcore information that you may not, if you had signed up with somebody else, they probably are not going to tell you all about the cards. They're not going to tell you about the domain names. They're not going to tell you be sure to set up your bank account, because with me, I came out the gate so fast and hard that I wasn't listening to my upline leaders. And my good friend Becca down in Arkansas kept saying, Steve, you're not getting paid. And I said, what do you mean? They said, well, you don't have your bank account information set up in your back office. I said, well, how do I do that? And she said, well, if you'd stop long enough and stop recruiting for a few minutes, I'll tell you. And I said, okay. So she walked me through it, and lo and behold, now I went for my first 3 weeks and I never saw how much money I was making in HempWorx. And my 4th week, when I got paid, I saw that amount of money, and I said, oh my God, they done messed it. Somebody at the HempWorx headquarters has given me somebody else's money. I swear. I called it. This is a story. I mean, there's a lot of, all my upline shit, they know this story. And there's people at corporate that know it. But anyway, I literally called customer service and identified myself, and I said, hey, I need to talk to somebody that in charge of the money going into your system. I said, because somebody put the wrong amount of money in my back office. And they said, Mr. Motley, what is your ID number? So I gave them my ID number. Everybody gets a number. And they came back after a minute or so and said, no, there was no mistake made. That's your money. I said, wait a minute, you're telling me that amount of money that went in my bank account was paid to me for what I've done so far in this company? And they said, yes, sir. I said, oh my God. And right then I had a freaking major epiphany. I had a wake-up call. I had one of those come to Jesus meetings, if you want to call it, because I knew right then that I just said, I talked about stumbling into a gold mine. I knew right then that I had my hands on a tiger. I had a tiger by the tail. And I started praising God right there on the spot. And I said, Lord, if I made that amount of money, that first 3 weeks in the business, there ain't no telling what I can do. The freaking money looked like a Japanese telephone number. I couldn't believe it. And I said, oh my God. And it's been like that ever since. Now, again, I'm just telling you what I did. I didn't tell you any figures. I just told you what I did. And I know you can do the same thing. But it's going to take a little elbow grease. It's going to take you getting on that computer and sending out some emails. But think about this. All you really got to do, now I swear, I'm going to break it down to the simplest way I can. You get in that back office. You watch some of those videos by Josh and Jenna, you learn, and then you go to those websites, find out where your marketing, Now, I advise every new person to get one of those marketing URLs, put it up in the index box, and then put your own information in there. Take the tour yourself so you can experience what your tour takers are going through. Now, many of you did that on your way to signing up. Many of you went to my endlesspaychecks.com, you took the tour, and at some point along the way you decided, hey, this is really cool. I want to sign up as a customer, or I want to sign up as an affiliate. But I want to get back to those customers that I talked to earlier. I'm not trying to beat you up, but there's really no reason for you not to become an affiliate. Because from the minute you sign up as an affiliate, you start to get spillover, you start to accrue volume below you, and you also have the ability to share your marketing system now with your family, friends, neighbors, whatever. And anytime they purchase a product, whether it's a skincare product or whether it's a CBD oil, you're going to make money. You're going to make a little residual income. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, then if you start to make money and get excited and say, wait a minute, does this mean the more people I put my information in front of, the more chances I've got to make big money? Yep, it's a numbers game, friend. He or she that talks to the most people wins. It's a race to the swift. This is what I understood from Jump Street. I understand critical mass. They teach, look up critical mass momentum. They teach it at Harvard, they teach it at Wharton, Stanford Business School. If you ever find yourself caught up in critical mass momentum, then you're in what we call a sweet spot. And that's where every one of you are right now. Forbes and Fortune magazine both have predicted that the hemp cannabis industry will grow by over 700% between now and 2022. In 2 years, this industry that you are now in with me, see, I saw it a year ago, you're seeing it now, but praise God, you saw it and you took action and you got yourself positioned in this matrix along with Steve Motley. And we are in a very advantageous sweet spot. And together we have the potential to ride this tsunami, this green wave, this biggest economic explosion that you and I will ever see in our lifetime, the hemp revolution. Friends, you made a wise decision. And I don't think you really appreciate yet just how wise of a decision you did make. Now, let me tell you another little advertising vignette. Okay, I've got a 2016 Honda Accord Sport. And right below my trunk, I've got this big bumper. I got this big white bumper. It's probably about maybe 8 inches high. And right across that big white bumper, I've got one of my websites. Now, the one I've got on there now says marinesoundsoff.com. And so I get a lot of people going to my marinesoundsoff.com simply because it's on the back, it's red letters on the back of a big white bumper. Now, if you had a white car and you wanted to advertise HempWorx and you had endlesspaychecks.com, don't you think you might get some eyeballs on here? You think maybe somebody would jot that down and go check it out later? Well, that's why I'm getting ready to switch my car over, because my HempWorx business is in momentum. Just like the company, HempWorx is in critical mass momentum, meaning it's going straight vertical in growth. We are going to become a multi-billion-dollar company, friends. with or without you and I. So I don't know about you, but I've decided I'm going to stick around. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to ride this wave because I'm a believer. I've seen what this company's all about and I know where they're going. But I wanted to tell you about that website on your bumper. Go look at your back bumper. Now don't put it on your windshield. And don't use little letters, and make sure whenever you use a domain name, you capitalize the first letter of each word. EndlessPaychecks.com. And you don't need to ever do www. Nobody does that. That's a given. But I always like it. Yeah, you got to do the com to make it pop. But use it. I've taught you some $1,000,000 tricks today, friends. I'm telling you. Imagine you go make up cards like this, right? And one of your cards that you drop off at a hair salon or a gas station. Now, every time I get gas, I don't care where I'm at in the country, I'm taking 2 of these cards. I always use 2 different ones. I'm taking 2 of these cards and I'm going to place them up on those advertising racks above the gas pump. I may be walking around in a crowded airport, and guess what? I'm gonna drop a card on the floor, right among all those busy people. Same thing if I'm at a football game. So in that case, I usually won't use one that's got a phone number on it. I'll just use one that's got a website. That way if somebody gets upset, who the hell's dropping them cards around here all over the airport floor? Oh, that's me, sir. I'm doing it. Steve Motley. No, they're going to have to look it up. And if that dumbass looks it up, they may end up getting converted and coming and joining the program. You never know. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Do you think that when I'm flying on an airplane, I don't leave these cards inside the magazines? At least before coronavirus. Maybe they won't have those magazines anymore. Maybe the airlines will look at it as a way to save money from printing up all those monthly magazines. Oh, I imagine people are going to use coronavirus to do all sorts of stuff. They're going to take advantage of people with it. They're going to rip people off with it. You know, whatever can be done with a certain situation, people are going to do it, both for good and bad. But at HempWorx, we're working with a bunch of good people. Everybody's, all about the teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, especially in network marketing. When you start to build an organization, see, I tell everybody, when you join this, you have your own home-based business. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And you have all the tax write-offs. Now, let me tell you, with using the President Trump tax plan, by having a home-based business now like HempWorx, man, you're going to be able to write off a ton of stuff. So there's another benefit. There's no downside to being in HempWorx. You're going to find it's just like the most amazing thing you've ever done. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up because I don't want to take any more of your precious time. I want you to get started. But just understand, first of all, get your belief structure where it needs to be. If you need to lean on me for a while, do so. But sooner or later, and the quicker we can get you into success, and success loves speed. There's no reason to join a program and take weeks and months to start making money. No, I want you making money your first week in the business like I did, because that'll motivate you and you'll see it's real. So do what I said. Let's go through it again. Go to the settings, get all your bank account information set up. What bank do you want the money to be deposited in? I got to set that up. Number 2, get your auto ship set up. What products do you want to purchase each and every month? I recommend a director pack. Again, That's 4 products. You buy 3, get 1 free. But that's the most amount of product that you will ever have to purchase in a given month to be fully qualified for the compensation plan. So the way I did it and the way I recommend you do it is set yourself up on a director pack to kick in next month or the very next month after you sign up. If you sign up in April, you want to set your auto ship up for the month of May. If you want to start it on the 1st of May, you can do that. If you want to, I recommend not doing it at the end of the month, 1st or 15th or somewhere around there. But don't wait till the last week of the month. Set it up before that. Don't forget, you can change it each and every month. And all of this is done in the back office. It's easy. It's very user friendly. You'll be able to figure everything out. All right, so you've got your stuff set up in your back office. You've got your auto ship in place. Now, don't forget, you've got to upgrade to executive. One-time upgrade, and that's either by purchasing an executive pack, which is what? 12 products, or 2 director packs, which are 4 products each. So that makes you an executive, but whatever you do, don't leave money on the table. And if you don't upgrade to once you get to executive, and then you've got that 1 director pack set up for auto ship each month, you're locked in. You're fully qualified right there for everything you need to do. Now, let's take it to the next step. I failed to tell you about this earlier, but this is critically important. To activate the compensation plan and to get things moving, you've got to sponsor a minimum of 2 people. You've got to make sure one of those people is placed on your left side and one of those people is placed on your right side. Okay? Now, either your right side or your left side is going to be designated as your power leg. Now, what that means is, I've told all of you before that if you sign up directly with me, you're going to fall in Steve Motley's right leg or left leg. Well, both of my legs, as we call them, are power legs. I don't have a weak leg in my organization. So it does not matter. Like the old saying, 6 or 1, half a dozen or the other. It does not matter which side you are on under Steve Motley, left or right. They are both awesome. They are both power legs, okay? So, the power leg is a leg where you want to place now this is Steve Motley speaking. This is my philosophy and my philosophy only. There will be other people that will tell you to do it different. But you do it any way you want to. But the way I did it and the way I recommend you do it with my explanation is this. If you've got anybody in your personal family that decides they want to join HempWorx with you, you would be very wise to place all of your wife, your husband, your significant other, your children, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, put them in your power leg. Well, Steve, how do I know which is my power leg? That would be the side where you start seeing people fall below you in the genealogy, okay? Now, that should happen after the first day or so. You should start to see some people fall below you. It may take 3 days. I don't know. You never know. But once that starts to happen, you'll very quickly identify which is the strong leg and which is the right, or which is the weak leg. Right now, I can tell you, I just turned, my leg has been turned to the right for most of the month. I turned it to the left. But that's great, because this month, the left is a little bit stronger than the right. So there is no bad choice. You understand what I'm saying? So you would take all your family members. Now, let me include with your family members your very best friends. 3 of your very best friends. you want to put all of those people in that strong leg. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, once they're going to be in Steve Motley's strong leg too. So that means that most of their leg, that strong leg, is going to be built by me and my other leaders. You get it? You wouldn't want to be in my strong leg and then take your very best friend and put them at the top of your weak leg. You can, and some people do, and it works out great. And you can do it any way you want. I would ask you to do what feels right to you. And if putting your best friend or your significant other on your weak leg, or make them the first one on that other leg, that's perfectly all right. But I just want to remind you that Steve Motley, it will be feeding, personally, I will be feeding both of those legs, okay? So just, think about it. But that's what I did. I put all of my kids in the same legs, and they weren't necessarily in chronological order. It came the way the sense of urgency they had about getting signed up. And I can tell you, friends, this sense of urgency about when you sign up, it can mean literally thousands and thousands of dollars, just a few days, depending on who those people are that came in above you versus below you. So having said that, this is a great segue and a great conclusion to this video. And I apologize that it's been a little long, but it's good information that every one of you affiliates can use. And you have heard really everything you need to know to be tremendously successful in this business with what I've shared with you on this one video. But in conclusion, I would just tell you that, everybody starts with a level playing field. That nobody really has an advantage over anybody else. Well, that can be debated, I guess, or at certain times. I mean, I would love personally to have been in a situation where when I got signed up, I started to receive a lot of people falling down below me, either on my right side or my left side. But that never happened. Nor will that ever happen because I'm not in that kind of position. But you know what? I don't care because I created my own power legs. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. So the best philosophy you could take is you're going to do it your way. You're going to do it however it feels right to you. Not Steve Motley. Steve Motley will give you advice. I will give you some recommendations, but I'll also give you explanations as to why I chose to do it one way versus another. But then, once I got my family members all positioned in the same leg, then I turned my leg the other way, and all of a sudden that thing started taking off. And until very recently, my right leg was stronger than my left leg. But I just decided to catch up the left side, and that's exactly what I did. But then the left side started taking off, so I put it back to the right. So most of you new people are in my right leg, but that thing is now, it's got tremendous momentum. And it's a great place to be. And so that's kind of why I wanted to explain all about the legs and what that means. Now, like I showed you on this card, this HempWorx earning potential, the binary team compensation is just one of 8 ways to make money. That's what when I talk about right and left, I'm talking about this one right here, binary team commissions. But we've got jump start bonuses, We've got leadership check matching bonuses, global bonus pool. Every time you bring in 4 people, you sponsor 4 people. Let's say they all 4 are affiliates, or maybe all 4 are customers. It doesn't matter. But every time you bring in 4 new people in a given monthly time period, you're going to get 1 share in the global bonus pool. Friends, those shares in the global bonus pool can be huge, and they fluctuate from month to month. But how much do you think they might be worth when we get to be a billion-dollar company? A lot. So, there's all kinds of incentives built into the compensation plan. Here, take a good look at it. Take a screenshot of it if you need to. But you know what? If this compensation plan, the VIP Auto Club, man, I get $500 a month extra and put into my account just to make my car payments. And as you move up the executive ladder, you get bigger payments. Man, it's insane how much money a person can make in this company. So I really can't figure out in my military mind why anybody that likes making money and likes helping people would not want to be a part of HempWorx, my daily choice. Now, in conclusion, just let me say that there are companies that have some amazing products that are currently knocking the door down of Josh and Jenna to have them take a look at their products to potentially market them through the HempWorx modality. And friends, that's what you want. You want to be so successful that people, come knocking at your door wanting you to take a look at the products that they would love to market through your company. We're in a great place, friends. Again, we got first movers advantage, and I really hope every one of you have gotten something out of this. If you need to go back and watch it again, do so. If you want to share it with your friends, you can do so. But just take the time to really understand what I shared with you today, because if you do, you'll have a great head start. Now, the other channel, my HempWorx channel, if you want to see some of my other videos, it is called Motley Crue Fast Start. MotleyCrewFastStart.com, and you can see all the other videos I've done. Some of them are good, some of them are better than others, but every one of those videos over there contain information that if you really listen to and put into action will definitely help you. Listen, I don't want to be at the top alone. I really don't. It's lonely at the top, but it shouldn't be. And my philosophy is nobody gets left behind, okay? The Marines don't leave Marines behind, okay? And I mean that very sincerely. And also, I don't believe failure is not an option. And let me say this, if some of you out there, came in a few months ago and you never caught the vision, or you just didn't know what was going on, the past does not equal the future. What matters is from this day forward. And you've got a great opportunity to position yourself with me and the Motley Crew to take this thing to some places you wouldn't even believe, with the ultimate overarching goal to get you to the income level to where you got to make a decision about your current job, your job, you're just over broke. Do you want to keep doing what you're currently doing, or would you like to become a full-time HempWorx affiliate? I'm going to be traveling all over the world in the next while, when things open up again. And because I do fully understand that this is a global business, And I think my international friends that follow me on my other YouTube channel, they are really starting to understand the power and impact of that, especially down under. You know, Australia, New Zealand, don't know what's going on with my great friends down there, but God bless you. And I want to thank all the new people, everybody who took the leap of faith recently, whether it was on 420 or just in the last few hours even, because more and more people are coming on board, and it's a great time, friends. You're not making a bad decision with this. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, see you later, adios. But whatever it is, you're in the right place at the right time. So stay motivated, and remember, the faster you get started, the faster you're going to get into success. And right now, what do you want to do? Get that marketing system in front. It's going to be. No, I'm not even going to try to recite it. But get in the back office. Get familiar with the back office. Get and start putting out those that marketing URL. Send it out by text. Tell your friends what you've got. Send them this. No, don't send them this video. But not yet. This is more of a training video. This is for after they come on board. But anyway, God bless you, friends. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me for an hour and 11 minutes. But I think you got some real good information here. Just go back, watch it again. Make sure you put every check in the box. Take some notes. Get in the back office. But I think once you listen to this and then you log in the back office, things are going to start making a lot of sense to you. But remember, we all start at the same place. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. Nobody's better than anybody else, but we are going to win together because teamwork, makes the dream work. And I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you so much. I believe it was divine destiny that has brought us together because there are no accidents in this most organized universe. You know what I mean? All right. God bless you, friends. Take good care, and I'm sure we will be talking somewhat in the near future. And I'll keep making these videos for you. So stay motivated, and just, if you can believe it, you can conceive it. You know, it's all in your head. You know, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're both right. All right. God bless, friends. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.